Hello, timekeepers. Good to see you guys. I see that we're barking in my chat, so I have to join, of course. Welcome into the stream. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've actually already preemptively started having connection issues. So, today, today's stream might be quite scuffed, low-key. But, you'll be happy to know, I have my green tea, and I have my water, so we're good to go, we're good to go. It's a little hot right now. Hi, welcome, welcome. Hello, ARJ. Welcome into the stream. I need to do some gambling today. Where is the... I think that the big cactopod board is up here. We are finaling fantasies, yeah. So, things I need to do right now. I'm pretty sure I've got my jumbo cactopod already. Okay, I am early. The Time Lord, Shapeshifter, Puppy Girl, Poison type trainer doing. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. Gambling is my final fantasy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hope you guys like the new Pokemon video. This one was a lot messier than my other one, but I don't know. Apparently it was still fun. Not bad. 8. Oh, damn. Nothing on this one. That was not a bad payout though. I don't think there's anything on this one either. Yeah. Okay. Still not bad. Not bad payouts. Let's do our dailies. We'll start with that. Today's stream isn't gonna be like super duper long or anything. Simply because I'll be busy later in the afternoon. But I'll still be streaming for like minimum like 2 hours probably. Freshman Lord, why are we the timekeepers? Did you mess up the time or something? So the reason for that lore-wise is because I am a very long-lived creature. 3,000 years. And currently in like the last few years of my life. So you guys are timekeeping for that. There we go. And this guy is doing like a full pull. I'm gonna have to be pretty on top of healing. Is this where we stop? Or no, we keep going. Look at how many enemies that this is. I gotta be like really on top of my shit for this. Oh my god, are we full pulling up into the Jesus Christ? Hello? I'm just gonna spam heal on this guy, cause like, what the fuck? Look at the pull that he did. He pulled the entire dungeon up to the first mini boss area. Oh my god. Okay, Jesus Christ. Insane pull. You guys are hospice workers? Kind of, actually. I guess, yeah. Old kind of, maybe senile granny here. So this is the kind of tank that we're working with. I like it, it keeps me on my toes. There we go. This guy is, he's going crazy, for real. There we go. Look at him, he's so fast. I can't even. Alright, here we go. This guy is hilarious. He just pulls high key the entire dungeon, but like. He pulled the entire dungeon and then just says fuck it, we ball. He'll be fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Maybe not. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. That was a little close, but we're fine. Let's see. Don't need that. I guess I'll read that. The nice thing about doing this is it is stressful, but it does like way speed up the dungeon completion time. Cause this, like, while we're doing this, like the whole running sequence, we can damage the enemies as we walk behind them, and they're just busy chasing the tank, so they're not gonna be doing any damage or anything. It might be time to start healing soon. No. Oh, he's good. He's good. He's good. Oh, is he good? Look at all the enemies that he's killing. Okay. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm just kind of barely keeping up. He might die here. I need our DPSs to DPS. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, I don't get elderly discounts. Apparently I don't look young enough for that, or old enough for that. Jesus Christ. Please don't die. We're fine. The damage gets lower and lower as time goes on. Okay. Phew. Amazing heal puppy work. And now we have just a normal fight. Like this is just like, this is so much like low cortisol. This is just like, I can just play regular now. Okay. Well, it was stressful, but I can't deny the result. I mean, that was a fast. We're like at the final, the second to last area right now. What's the average lifetime of a homunculus like? A homunculus is an artificial human whose lifespan is decided purely by what you feed it. So a homunculus' lifespan can be like anywhere from like 2 seconds to like several millennia, you know? Like, this is like the last boss now. It was like really fast work. Okay. Nah, they're gonna die. Okay, we're fine. My tank isn't fine though. Jesus Christ. Ah, shit. Even when I was healing, so now I have aggro. Oh, we're fine though. We're fine. We're good. I can maybe be considered young by homunculus standards. Most homunculi don't live as long as I do. A homunculus living longer than like 100 years is quite a rare phenomenon. You could say I am the exception. Yeah, what an insane dungeon run. Jesus Christ. I think that the only thing that tank ever said in that whole dungeon was good job during that one big pull that he almost died on. I think that was the only time that man said anything. That guy was awesome. Super cool tank. Let's see. So now we can go back to the main story quest. With the sole exception of Yunayo, of course. Yeah, 100%. You enjoyed the Pokemon vid? It was fun to just have a bee-ball. Okay, so let's... So, damn, my durability is low, actually. Wait, is there... Surely there's a mender here somewhere, right? It looks like there's a mender over here. Token exchange. Script exchange. It certainly looked like a market, but... Purveyor of prisms. Oh, here we go, here we go. Repair all. Thank you. What is Purveyor of prisms? Do you have... Oh, you do have glamour prisms. Oh. Oh, he trades things. Oh. Weird. Homunculus live based on what they're fed anywhere from 2 seconds to thousands of years. Yeah. Homunculi are rare creatures as well. So, oh my god, she looks like Alice in Wonderland. That's so cute. That's an adorable... Oh, that's the maid outfit, but dyed blue. Very cute. I like that fit a lot. Now we can swap over to Dancer. Okay. Alright. Well, you know, it's actually pretty populated in here right now. Wait, where he goes on? I think I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, that is super cute. Why don't you give a homunculus British food? It would die on the spot, yeah. Right. There you go. I told Fleming all about our adventures in the Soaplands. Fake Thancred and all. You won't tell the real Thancred, will you? Oh, here's Jozon. Yeah, that's right. You're the kid that whose parents we had to rescue. Hello. Fighting primals and some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. Formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all Domans. That's nice. That's cute. They want me to train them. Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonet. Did you know that Miss Surya is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Surya. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions. I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonet. We remain largely unproven as adventurers. We have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. We are adventurers, yeah, the young adventurers. I'm afraid the fiends of Mordana are ever so slightly too dangerous for you. He has a nice hair. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Surya? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Dude, I'm gonna murder this guy on accident. Hori, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against the legend. Well, maybe I am. But what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? So true. Ah, yeah, I don't see why not. Hold on, give me just a sec. Trick the younglings in combat. I know a guy who could help them with life or death combat. Yeah. Yes, I guess we're having a sparring match then. That's okay with me. Have faith, Coltonet. I shall summon every last ounce of strength to make this a worthy contest. Probably eating Italian food. That's how she lives so long. I eat people. I eat souls. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our very purpose. Okay. We're gonna have a sparring match. Wait. I don't need to teleport there, bro. I could just walk there. Oh, hey, what's up, you two? I dare say they heard you talking a mom away. Ida and Thancred dashed out not moments ago. Will they ever start acting their age? Hey, Tataru. Higiri makes good tea. Let's go. What? Hello. Tell me about it. Domin tea with the most remarkable fragrance. Alright. Let's go fight some guy. It's gonna be fun. We have to go easy on him. Let's see. Why? What are you censoring? What? Are you censoring something about Anakin Skywalker killing kids? Because that is fair to censor, I dare say. Hey there, Harry Boulder. I am ready. I am ready. Alright. Sparring match. This is for something else, but also fair. Shouldn't you wish to fight her alone? That is Sura you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Silence to begin with. Okay. This is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Okay, the 2v1. Oh, hey you two. You four, actually. Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use the crowd to cheer you on. There's still more to come. When I mentioned Sura's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. My own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. Guess my reputation is at stake now. He's a master swordsman. They're the underdogs in this one. Okay. Alright. This is fun. This is like a fun little thing. There we go. Standard step. Is he down already? Okay. Well, good fight, good fight. You didn't you did good work. That was a good sparring match. Popularity is very small compared to the virtual YouTuber Yunayo. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's back up now. Do some dances. Dude, he keeps going down. Surrender not to the implacable foe. Dude. Game is easy. He might have died. Look at me, dude. I'm fucking like sick. That was awesome. I mean, look. Respect where it's earned. He got up twice. That guy has spirit. Who is this? We knew you couldn't lose, Sura. None can defeat the guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I've much to work if I'm ever attempted. Whatever. I mean, shit. They did pretty good. He got up twice and seemed to nearly die, so respect is due. Yeah. That ended way faster than I thought it would. I really thought that fight would be like more cinematic or like even, but now it's just like I attacked that guy twice and he went down. It's always a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. Judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Bro's cool hair did not help him at all. He was aura farming a little bit though, at least. Do you recall when we first met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought it to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. I do not recall, who are you again? Now he's the twink fanboy elf. We can't forget the twink fanboy elf. Oh. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius in the order he proposed to enforce. The legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for the desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nation's too self-involved and unstable. Dude, I kinda look pissed. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. Like the flex? Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. He's got charisma. He does. I, too, will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Cool. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are on a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Okay. Let's just build another nation here, guys. It'll be easy. Maybe chronological, I don't know. Maybe the eating of souls isn't like that important to everyone else. It's okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. Alrighty. I know that maid outfit is probably pretty expensive, but I do want one. So many player characters look lost in conversations where you can make your own. Oh yeah. Like they look like they're kind of not paying attention. Tankard wants to spar. Shit, I'm done. I fear Ida's boundless optimism is beginning to affect my better judgment, and your tendency to triumph against the most terrible of foes is certainly not helping matters. That's cute. That's what got censored before. Where is Alphino? Probably in here, right? I assume. Yes. Hello. A group that shall pave the way to a truly united AR0. I don't know which one probably is. Claire isn't here to give me advice on which one to pick, so. Oh my god, I forgot that I need to make a lore video. Hi, Adam Newcomb. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together. Pick the more darker son. You're so right, you're so right. While the purpose of this hypothetical... I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. A trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the science. Being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing a fledgling organization under the authority of the Antecedent. 5 minutes of me barking. That's not really lore, but maybe in like dog speak it could be. As you yourself has witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources, or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goal of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. Okay. It is reassuring to know that the Bringer of Light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Okay. So we're gonna make like a grand company with all three nations, like one big army. That's cool. I'm like, my throat is kind of itchy for some reason. I like that, the part about the uprising was story relevant. Like, a part of me kind of thought that the uprising that was happening in Ul'dah would be, like, was just kind of like a weird side story. But I'm glad that it actually had, like, story relevance, which is nice. Wait, Bulwark Hall, isn't it? Oh, no, that is... I don't have throat goat, that's true. I do have some cough drops on my desk. Let me take one of these. These things are strong. I don't know if I've talked about them. The Target branded cough drops, they're called severe throat drops. They're strong and they work pretty well. This Lalafell reminds me of Byleth from... It's probably just a hair color. But this Lalafell reminds me of Byleth from Fire Emblem. That's not even a girl, that's a guy. That cat girl just has her butt out, dude. Wait, whoa. She's gone. God damn it. That looked like, Cypher from Honkai Star Rail. That's what she looked like. She looked like Cypher from Honkai Star Rail. That was cool. This outfit is really cute. This one right here. I like this one. Let's see what we got here. The Fall Guys outfit. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Cute. Pretty cute. I like that one. Is that a whale shark, dude? I want a whale shark pet. Haven't taken any cough drops in a while, though. That's real. The E-daters, good for them, good for them. Also, potentially E-daters, we won't really know. You know, I think that the person doing silly dances next to another similarly dressed girl have an equal chance of being E-daters as these two who are cuddling. And I don't know who that reflects worse on, but... What is happening here? What is going on? It's always Limsa. Like it's always Limsa Lominsa that has the weird shit going on in the main area. Like, what is this? They're color coded, dude. Okay. One thing I do want to see. How much is that maid outfit? I don't know what it would be called, but that's not it. What? Hold on. I'm gonna go tab out. What's it called? Loyal housemaid's uniform. Okay. So what if I search up loyal? Huh. Weird. I can't find it at all. How about dancer? Dance. Yeah. Yeah, Cypher, I like her character design. I think the only weird thing is her heels. Because someone on the Honkai Star Rail design team is obsessed with them and refuses to let it go. That's why I think that the ANB S rank design in Zenless was a psyop by a Honkai Star Rail character designer. But anyways, yeah, the only part of her design that I don't really like is the fact that she has heels, despite the fact that she's a speedster, which is stupid. Every other part of her design is fine, but I think that her heels are really dumb. I'm not a cat person, I happen to be a cat right now. Technically, I mean, Mikote aren't even, like, strictly speaking cats. I believe Mikote canonically have no relation to cats, actually. Because if you look, I mean, first of all, pretty cat girl. I call them cat girls. But if you look, I mean, they're not strictly cat ears. I'm pretty sure lore-wise. Oh, shit. Does she know I'm looking at her? You'd have to pay me, Tanya. If there's a super chat or a membership with a request, Tanya, then I'll do it. Should force people to make characters with you running them. Yeah. They should. Character design. No, that's a joke. It's a joke. But character designers should be forced to wear the outfits that their characters wear for like a full day. New slogan. Just do then, yeah. Okay. Where is... Can I sort by most expensive? Oh, that's not it. CP. I can sort by that? Well, I can sort by demand. These don't look like very high demand items. Jesus Christ.
You should now lighting strike.
Oh my god. Two of them? Two of them?
You fool. I have money.
Two of them came in a row? Oh my god. So you both want me, Danielle. Okay. I've never done this before. How am I supposed to? Yeah. There. That was bad. I don't think you guys should make me do that anymore. No. Yeah, I don't think you guys should make me do it anymore. I just think it's not good. Yeah. How do you even make a nya sound cute, dude? I don't get it. I did it like 3 times actually, so you guys got an extra one for free. I'm way better at barking. I just think that barking should be the standard. Shit, what am I in limbs to do, dude? I was looking for maid outfits the whole time. I got distracted. Ah, here you. Give me a second. You're watching a random video on how to do a meow, so you kinda can. So no matter should they already be pledged in other forms, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. Okay. I'm gonna go recruiting people. What is in here? Oh. Wait, does this lead upstairs? The more cute you make it, the more cute it is. I just don't think that my Nya is that cute. It does lead upstairs, but... Oh, and here's the... Ah, okay. Cool. Is this not where I'm supposed to do the recruiting? Oh, further in. Okay. Oh man, I really gotta go like all over the place, huh? More doggy pelt. That's what I'm saying. You. Who in the bloody hell do you? I'm not even gonna try. Okay, bye. Money and I will Nya immediately gets 2 super chats and Nya. Who would make a puppy girl do that? That's what I'm saying, yeah. Weird of my character to go up to a pirate for recruiting. I wouldn't say that I'm willing to do anything for money. But money will assuage me a little bit. Precursor to a united Eors and Grand Company. Do admire the scope of your ambitions. Get me close to the forge. Okay. Well, that one didn't go like terribly or anything. So the next one is over this way. And these are kind of far apart. I'm getting more familiar with Limsa. Limsa, I'm not gonna lie, I think that the Limsa upper decks are perhaps the easiest place to get lost in when you're just exploring. But I think that the Ul'dah upper decks are also pretty confusing. Gridania is perhaps the least confusing all around. But Limsa is the prettiest, I think. Hello. Remember Real, don't you? Formerly a company of heroes. 3 whistles at Bond Lake. Top tier work. Sounds like a... Count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways. I ain't ready to climb into your grave just yet. Nice. We got one. I could make food, but I don't think that you'll be able to get it. You refuse to remember paths. That's so real of you. Where's the rest? Oh, up there. Okay. I can take the crystal to get there a little faster. Wait, what's over here? Fishmonger? There's a fisherman over here. Hi, Claire. Welcome over. Good to see you. Right now, we're running around trying to recruit people to a big old grand company. What's this one? Hey, you. Just with regret that I must decline. As commander of the Yellow Jackets and protection of Limsa, no needs to receive my full attention. What the fuck? Why would I try to recruit that guy? Maybe the worst decision I made for someone to try to recruit. I don't know. Maybe I'll spread the word to his soldiers or something. Dude. Imagine going up to a military general and being like, hey, we're putting together a crew. You want in? Like, of course the answer is no. Hello. The Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch. I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Okay. We got one. That's huge, you guys. We got one. Airship landing. I might be lost, but I see a crystal, so. Talk to the king or queen. Here we go. You're streaming so kind of early today. Yeah, well, I actually woke up on time today, so you know how it is. There he is. I Alphino. Your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folks on Linda. Member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. I too was successful. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit to the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Okay. Yeah, we're not, it's... Maybe it's not that I'm early today, more so that every other stream was late. You know? Oh my god, I drank some water with the cough drop and like the cold minty flavor made it like, you know when you drink water after a mint and it feels really cold? Why do all the bunny girls just have their cheeks out, dude? I'm not complaining, strictly speaking, but like, goddamn. I gotta say, I am a big fan of like, kind of skimpy outfit with a nice jacket on. I think that just as a dynamic, that works really well. For the record, that kind of dynamic is not just for women. I think it can work for men too. But I think that revealing outfit under, big jacket over is a good choice. This jacket isn't what I would pick for this, but pretty good. It's probably a set, huh? You would play your sword, but you don't even own the game. Actually, if we had more people in my chat who actually played this game, I would consider trying to make like a free company, basically like a guild in the game. I think that would be fun. But as the owner, I would probably log in like once every like 3 weeks. Better have good hands to wear such evil outfits. It's an okay outfit actually. I think it's fun. Oh my god, the stupid Lalafell. She's still AFK here. You think I should? I'm gonna send her a friend. I always see her AFK. I wanna. We'll see if she accepted. I don't know if you guys remember that one person, Yunayo Nyx. Do I still have her on my friends list? Oh, is this her? Shoot, I don't know if this is her or not. I swear her name was like Yunayo Nyx or something, but she was always AFK in this spot right here. Every single time I passed by, she would be AFK in this spot. And she'd be sitting here, just completely AFK. I don't know if she was like farming playtime hours or something, but you like to think of Frankie. Oh my god, Frankie from One Piece. Yeah. What's my playtime right now? 5 days. 21 hours. We're almost 6 days in on our playtime, you guys. How many hours is that in just hours? 24 times 5 is like 100, what, like 120, I think? So we're like 140 hours into this game. Not bad, not bad. She does look like Alice, yeah. Oh. People be AFK wherever in this game, yeah. You guys will be happy to know. Oh, well, first of all, Claire, you missed it. I was like, can you buy that? How do you achieve a maid outfit? Because I don't, like, strictly want one right now or anything, but, like, I was looking on the marketplace and I couldn't find the maid outfit at all. So I was, like, I don't want one right now, but, like, for future reference, how do I get a maid outfit? Is it, like, can you only buy it on the store or something? Oh, shit, I tapped out. But, what was I gonna say other way? Dude, I forget what I was gonna say. I got distracted by the fucking maid outfit. Shit. sky rat harness? What is a sky rat harness? That's a pretty good looking harness though. Oh shoot, I started walking it. I can just get it off the market board. What is it called? Because I looked up the name of it and it's called the what is it? Loyal Housemaid's Uniform. Wait. But I found it on, okay. I went to click on the first link. It's a link to the Final Fantasy XIV store. Dude, it costs $18 fucking to get the housemaid uniform. Holy shit. Bro. 18 more than like $10 for a cosmetic is ridiculous in any game, really. $18 for a maid outfit is crazy. That's insane. My least favorite part of this game is how aggressive the monetization is. It's somehow like it feels like you're not supposed to have fun with friends in this game unless you pay money, you know? Like it feels like so much of the social aspect of this game is locked behind paywalls. You know, people will still buy because it's a maid outfit. Dude, I'm not doing that unless I get gifted like 3,000 memberships or something. Like that sucks. Freemium games are always a mistake. This game isn't even a freemium game. This game costs $13 a month. It's not even freemium. They use like all of the forms of monetization. There's a subscription. There's items you can buy on the store. What else? I'm sure there's other stuff. It's kind of weird. Normally games pick one or the other. So look, I understand that. Yeah, it's $13 a month with paid DLC. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, no, there's 3 methods of monetization that MMOs use. There's the paid subscription model, there's the DLC expansions model, and there is the paid cosmetics model. And Final Fantasy XIV uses all 3, which is crazy. Yeah, so like, here's the thing. I understand that for like a live service game, you need to make a continuous flow of cash in order to, you know, keep the game developed. And like, Final Fantasy XIV is arguably like one of the highest quality MMOs that still exist. So like, I get it kind of, but god yeah, it's so aggressive. It's like for a game of this quality, I would be understanding of all 3 if the prices on the store were more reasonable. $20 for a maid outfit. Also, it costs $10 to change a character's appearance besides hair and makeup, which is ridiculous, by the way. Shit is crazy. They use the money well, but you can tell it's supposed to be the only game you ever play. Yeah, right? Yeah. Not that interested in games like these. So this is so bizarre. The good thing is that there is a free trial. Do they also make you watch ads? God forbid. There is the free trial of this game where you can spend no money, but at that point, when you're on the free trial, Final Fantasy XIV is more or less just a single player game. Like obviously you still have raids and shit, but like the social aspect of Final Fantasy XIV is kind of cut when you're on the free trial version. The free trial version is still a good game, but like, the free trial is fine. It's fine. That girl's outfit is really pretty. Gotta look at it before she teleports away. That's a really pretty outfit. What is that called? What is your outfit called? Courtly lover's long coat of striking. Courtly oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go look for that. Oh, these aren't even like... Oh, the weapons aren't expensive. Oh. And neither are the clothes, actually. Jesus Christ, they're so high. Why are they level 100? They're level 100. I can't even wear it. They're so pretty. I can't even wear it if I... That's a level 100 gear item. Oh my god. It's so pretty though. I can't even... No, okay. It's super cheap. Never mind. Scratch that. That's not cheap at all. Jesus Christ. 300,000 for the courtly lover's cloak of striking. I think this is the amount that are on the market, not how much it costs. Dude, the full set would be so fucking expensive. Oh my god. I could spend the entirety of what I've made so far in this game on a full set of that. You'll be back? Okay. No bunny girls? There are bunny girls. Actually, the bunny girls recently got added to the free trial even, so you can be a bunny girl for free now. I believe the expansion that includes the bunny girls is now within the free trial. So actually you can be a bunny girl for free finally. This game's trying to drain all the stars hard work. Kind of, yeah. Why am I playing this game? Because it's fun. I think that even if you're not like Claire said, it seems like the devs intend for this to be like your quote unquote main game, you know? But I think it's still a fun game, even if it's not. Like, I only log in like once or twice a week, basically. But I still think it's a fun game. Like, I don't think that this game would be where it is now without like a casual player base that just plays it every now and then. I can claim anything now. Guys, maybe I should spend $300,000 on some. No, but surely that's too much. That's too much. Buying a full set of that outfit would cost that would cost like way too much. Courtly lovers. Cloak of striking. Yeah, that's the one. Surely this is too much to spend on just. I want to glamour something pretty on myself, right? Like, surely I could find a better look for cheaper. You're right. I bet that once I complete the actual dancer quest, the real dancer outfit will look really pretty. Not that this one isn't pretty, but I want like the pretty, sexy dancer outfit. Yeah, but this game's monetization is aggressive, but like it's a fun game. I really do think that the free trial is worth your time, just because it's like, okay, here's my take. I think that if you are into roleplay, the early Final Fantasy is quite fun, and it gets more fun as you play. I think if you aren't into roleplay, then it's not at all fun, but it does get more fun later, is my hot take. Especially with Shadowbringers. Yeah, now you can be any race now, right? Is female Hrothgar was Dawnbringers, right? So would female Hrothgar be the only restricted race at this point? Don't even know peak yet. Okay, I'm excited. What was I gonna say? It is kind of cool because I'm definitely seeing like a lot more Vieras running around. Viera used to be kind of rare, despite the fact that it's like a big tall bunny lady with bunny femboys. But I'm seeing a lot more of them now, which is nice. You get both Hroths with Shadowbringers. Nice. That's really cool, actually. I think female Hrothgars are really cool. I think female Hrothgars round out the group of like strong looking female races really well. Like, you know, there's the what are they even called? The seafaring folk. I see so few of them because they're kind of ugly that I forget what their name is. But like, there's like the seafaring female race. There's the Hrothgars. Shoot, what's the last like? I don't know, but I like the female races that look like bigger and tougher, because most of the female characters, you know, they look like this, you know. And this is cute. I mean, this is my thing. Like, I like this. But isn't it weird that, like, I think, when did Grand Blue come out? (2017). It came out. Grand Blue came out in 2017. Final Fantasy 14 Aura release date. When did Aura get released? In 2014? Dude, I think Granblue just copied off of Final Fantasy 14. The dimorphism with Aura is crazy. Okay, so Granblue Fantasy is a mobile game, a mobile gacha game, that I'm pretty sure takes a huge amount of inspiration from Final Fantasy as a genre, as like a series, as a, like a, you know, as a whole. It just takes a lot of inspiration from it. And the reason I say that is because there's this race in Granblue called Drafts, D-R-A-P-H-S, Draft, and the females are very small. The females are short stacks, quite frankly. The females are all short stacks. And the males are huge and gigantic and muscly. I'm pretty sure that they're just repackaged auras, but hornier. Like, I'm thinking about it. I think drafts are just like Granblue draft. Like, they're just like hornier versions of Alright, I found a cool subreddit called r/men drawing woman. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I've been on this subreddit before, and it's a pretty funny subreddit. These are drafts from Granblue Fantasy. It's like a hornier version of auras. There's a lot of characters from this game that I like, but like in a way that I wouldn't show to like a family member, you know? Definitely a name for a subreddit, yeah. Oh shit, okay. This, let me pull up Narmaya. If people who don't know who Narmaya is, they've probably seen her somewhere. She's an immensely popular character. This is Narmaya, probably I don't know this for sure, but I would wager that like, as far as outside of Granblue as a series, like outside of the core fan base, I would wager that she's probably the most popular character of Granblue. Um, she's a draft, and she is very, very popular. Uh, Never saw her before, and that's fair because Granblue is still pretty niche. Why are there two Yunas? You never heard of her before actually playing Granblue? She's popular in funny websites, like very, very, very popular in funny websites. She is, out of all Granblue characters, and there's like legitimately 1,000 Granblue characters, she has the most posts on the Green website, and by like quite a large margin for that matter. Like, someone made like a visual chart of who has the most posts, but she has the most by like a quite large margin. And she's cute. I like her. It's not even close. Not at all, dude. The second highest up has like half as many as her. Here, look. She's cute. Okay, genuinely though, I do really like Narmaya. She was my main back when I played Granblue. Shit, what is the game even called? The one that takes up 150 gigabytes on my drive. I'm trying to find it. It's the shit. What is it? Where is it actually? Relink. That's what it's called. Relink. Yeah, it's called Relink. Granblue Relink. She was my main in Granblue Relink. I wish they did more with Granblue Relink. I really think that they just needed to commit harder to it as a thing, and it would have been way more successful. But they kind of just completely dropped support for it after like 2 DLC characters, which sucks. Yeah, she was also my main for a while in the fighting game too, but I've moved on since then. But yeah, no, I don't have the Christmas version of her, but I do have. She has like 5 different alts in the gacha game. I have her main one, which I showed earlier, and then I also have her grand version, which is like supposed to be like their powered up version. And I have her Valentine's Day alt, which is her in a maid outfit. Actually, I'll pull that one up too. That one's cute. I actually really like my animate outfit. This is like, if I could control how my body looked, this is what I would want to look like. Like if I like got like a genie, and like if I pulled a genie and I could wish for three things, I would probably, my first wish would be to look like this. I do have main Dharma, yeah. Grand Blue is another game that kind of expects you to be like the only game that you play. Right now in the actual core gacha game, there's a Full Metal Alchemist collab event going on. It's actually really cool. But goddamn, it's so grindy. Like they expect you to be spending so much time grinding it out. Granblue as a whole is apparently, I didn't know this before I saw some negative Steam reviews because it got released on Steam recently. I didn't know this. Apparently Granblue is like one of the most grindy gacha games ever, low key. Like, in order to like actually be in the upper echelons of players, not even that. In order to be like in the upper 50%, you have to be like no lifing the game. Who cares about world peace anyways? If I pulled a genie, my first thought was in a relationship. Yeah, if I pulled a baddie. Yeah, but Narmaya is like my favorite character from that game. She's so cute. Narmaya is like genuinely just a really, really cute character. I think there are better characters in Granblue, like objectively speaking. Like I think her writing comes off as kind of pandery, of course. But I think that like subjectively, if I put aside my objective critique, she's my favorite character in that game. But yeah, this whole tangent was just to say I'm pretty sure that Granblue copied off of Final Fantasy with the aura. It also has a race called Eruns, which are they are the Mikote equivalent. Let me pull it up. Granblue fans when small red fans walk in. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, what was I gonna look up? Oh yeah. Granblue Erun. Eruns are very similar to. Here, I've got one. This is a character called Korwa, I guess. I don't know. But she's an Erun, and they are very, very similar to Mikote. There's also, oh god, what are they called? This is gonna make you guys laugh if you've never heard of it. Oh god, what is it called? Harvin. They're called Harvins. Yeah, no, Claire, that's what I'm pulling up. They're called Harvins. Where's my favorite one? Here's my favorite stupid little creature. Her name is Charlotta. And she is exactly the size that she looks. Like, if we're putting it to scale with this cat girl, then she's like this size. I was curious, so I went to look up, like, the release dates. Granblue was released in 2017, apparently. God damn, it's been almost 10 years. Holy shit. And Final Fantasy XIV came out in well, I mean, I looked it up and apparently Aura was released in 2014. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I'm pretty sure that we might have a bit of a copycat on hand. As it's like I vaguely experienced both for a little bit, but as I played more of both and as I got more experienced with both, it became more and more clear that Granblue takes inspiration from Final Fantasy XIV. You know? Give me just a sec. Okay. Yeah, she's funny. She's insecure about her height, which is funny. But yeah, Granblue only has 4 separate races. It's the ones that I've shown off and humans. It is I mean, they're just called humans, unlike in Final Fantasy XIV, but it's humans, Eruns, Harvins, and Drafts. I don't know. It is a cool little series. I genuinely do think that Granblue is very cool when you aren't grinding for it. Like that's my hot take. Granblue is, I believe, a very cool game if you're not grinding it. If you're just taking your time with it. Okay. I'm gonna be recruiting again. I forgot I still have the PNGs on screen. Hold on. Wait. Get him out of here. Basically, she's star. Not true, not true. It's gonna be so funny to have Korwa and Charlotta on my screen. Granblue legitimately might actually have like 1,000 characters. It's insane. It's such a huge game. It's like one of the most like profitable gachas of all time, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look it up. Now I kind of want to look it up. We're gonna delay this a little more because I want to look it up. But I'm pretty sure top grossing mobile games. Top charts market analysis. Well, Roblox is up there right now. Pokemon Go is up there? Damn, for real? Maybe top grossing gacha games? Gacha revenue. There's a website for gacha revenue. That's crazy. Mahjong Soul is up 500%. Oh my god. There's a Final Fantasy gacha game that's down 100%. That's so funny. Let's see. Gacha revenue list. So over for them, yeah. So all games. Oh my god, they track so many games. Granblue. Where is Granblue? What, bro? Where is it? There's no way they don't track Granblue. What? Fate Grand Order. Oh my god. They don't track a Granblue? Dude. Huh? But I swear to god, Granblue is like one of the most profitable gacha games out there. Let's see. I found a list from 3 years ago, I guess. Nikkei used to be number 4. Wow. Damn. Maybe Granblue's not as profitable as I thought. How does one even go down 100%? Dude, I have no idea. But yeah, I don't know where exactly it places on the list, Granblue, but I do know for a fact that it's like one of the most profitable gacha games ever. I was talking about this actually recently in a stream, where like I was wondering why Granblue Fantasy, the fighting game, can afford to have so many unique interactions between characters when something like Guilty Gear, which I presumed was a much bigger game, can't. Like, you know, they can't get sole bad guys. They can't afford to hire sole bad guys as voice actor to do 2 lines for a new character, you know? But like, the Granblue, I guess, just has so much money that they can afford to just hire all the voice actors back to record a single new line for new characters. Like, you know, think about how there's no normal interactions in Granblue. Like, every character has a unique interaction with every other character. So anytime that they bring a new character in, they have to call in all of the every single voice actor to have them record new lines for the sub and the dub. Like that's such a crazy amount of work for a new character, you know? I believe that they plan the DLC characters in bulk of like 5 at once, so it's not like they're not bringing them in to just record one line. Like, they're recording multiple lines for multiple characters, but it's still crazy to think about that, like, Grand Blue can afford to do that, but Guilty Gear can't. Like, they're both developed by ArcSys, but Grand Blue just has the gacha money to rehire all the voice actors for every single new character. Like, think about, like Soul Bad Guy's voice actor is fucking Kirei Kotomine from Fate. Like, think about if they had to, like, bring that guy in for every single new character that they release. Like, that's crazy. As long as they pay them well, then that's nice. Yeah. It's crazy to think about how, like, if you're a voice actor for a main or popular character in Grand Blue, you're kind of just monetarily set for life. Like, isn't that crazy to think about? Grand Blue makes so much money that if you voice act a main character or a popular character in that game, you are probably just, like, you will have voice acting gigs for the rest of your life, probably. Like, isn't that nuts? I'm gonna recruit this guy. Why does Laurentis, the man whose crimes you expose? I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron. Ooh. Red belly poachers mop the forest floor of my erstwhile employers. The less said of my past, the better. The wood whalers will have not more to do with me. This may just be the second chance I was looking for. I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this. I am a changed man. Nice. We're giving a reformed criminal a second chance, you guys. Oh god, them lucky star. Get yourself there. It could be swimming in gold. They don't, there's not an English dub. I would have to be, for it, like in the core gacha game, there's not an English dub. I would have to be hired for the, I'd have to be hired for the fighting game or for reeling. Like, I thought about it. The voice actor for, like, Lyria, the blue-haired girl, she's so important to the story that, like, she will always, for the rest of time, as long as Grand Blue is alive, she will have a role that she will be getting paid for. And that's crazy to think about. The fact that her position is so fucking secure. Hello. Oh, seriously. It's been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperville Next. Dude, I don't even remember you. Look how far you've come. Mother Mion tells me 'twas you who felt the fearsome black moon. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. See, this is like better recruiting. I'm going up to random adventurers who aren't doing anything. This is much better. Whoa! Such your Kevin Power. I agree. How long have we been streaming? We've only gone like an hour. And I've only gone on one off-topic rant, you guys. We're doing pretty good. What even is this area? Offer this old man a place in your company of champions? Both puzzled and honored. Cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain. Okay. What happened is, I was ranting about Grand Blue Fantasy. You know, when I think about the names of the game, Grand Blue Fantasy and Final Fantasy, I suppose it kind of makes sense that Grand Blue Fantasy is copying the homework. Final Fantasy and my history of Grand Blue stream. I can't believe this. It's raining pretty hard. I like that when it's raining, my outfit kind of like glistens a little bit. I think that's a neat detail. It's the little things like, oh shit, I hope my character's outfit isn't uncomfortable and it's wet, that, like, you know, help to get me into it. That's my, okay, let me talk to this guy first. Okay. So, like, when I said earlier that, I think that Final Fantasy XIV is good for role players, what I mean by that is that Final Fantasy has you very often running around doing, like, kind of low-key menial tasks, high-key menial tasks. Like, you know, you're supposed to be like some world-saving warrior of light, but like characters will often have you doing literal like deliveries to people for them. You'll be doing a lot of menial tasks that aren't very like warrior of light, hero of the people kind of deal, you know? And I think that that is boring for a lot of people. I don't think that that's like a very daring thing to say. However, I think that there's something that happens when you are role-playing as like your character. Like, you know, when you're like kind of in the mind of your character as you're playing the game. It's like, you know, as I'm walking around doing these stupid menial tasks, I'm kind of like imagining what my character is thinking about in the moment, and like, you know, like what they like what they think of the person that's delivering for them, what they like. Like Final Fantasy is perhaps the game where I very like most feel like in the shoes of my character, you know. And being a mute cardboard cutout kind of helps with that a lot. But it's kind of like when I'm in the shoes of my character, doing menial tasks is no longer menial. It becomes a part of her life, and I think that that's pretty cool. And so for me specifically, the early Realm Reborn is not boring. I find it quite fun, actually. But not everyone is willing to slog through hours of kind of boring gameplay while pretending to be their character, you know? You like to do that when you play random games too. It's fun to do. Yeah, like menial tasks when I'm role-playing as Suyura, the warrior of light, they stop being like, oh my god, when am I gonna like fight gods or something? And it's more like, I'm glad she's getting a break. You know, she is getting a chance to chill out after beating Titan, and like, good. She just took down, low-key kind of took down the entirety of Garlemald, like, you know. She's just doing some deliveries now, good for her. She's having a nice walk through Gdania, through the marketplace right now, you know. That's nice. That's cool. I like that. And like, I get when people say that A Realm Reborn is boring, I totally understand, because it is. I think like, objectively, it's not a very well-designed game to go through. But you know, it's like to me the fun doesn't necessarily come from the gameplay of A Realm Reborn, honestly, which is funny to say. You like that a lot. I'm glad. That's how I had fun with A Realm Reborn. So you can say this NPC's head like, hey, what's up? Yeah, like when I walk up to NPCs, I imagine how she would respond to them and talk with them and converse with them, you know? Like, I've sort of like made a character for her in my head. And admittedly, the quote-unquote character I've made for her is just me, but, you know. Like, I imagine her, like, excitedly standing in the golden saucer doing her scratch-off tickets. I imagine her, like, kind of groaning a little bit as some guy asks her to deliver something halfway across the country. How do you feel when you lose your cool trans invisibility powers every trans visibility day? Dude, it sucks. That's the point of these. Yeah, to be fair, they are called role-playing games. So, in a way, I'm just embracing the role-playing part of it. I don't know if it was intended to be like that or not, but I find it fun. I'm already at Heavensward max level. Yeah, I'm not doing any grinding on this character. I'm saving the duties for my white mage. Like, I just... My white mage is, I think, level 48, so she's almost ready to take on the other duties. What level is my white mage at? 49! She's actually quite close. I might roll with her for a little bit to get her leveled. What would bottoming out mean in this context? Did I go to the wrong area? I did go to the wrong area. Oops. Can I complete this quest even though I'm underleveled? Well, I want to talk to Miona again. I haven't talked to her in a while. Where's the... That thing goes far, dude. That's crazy. Hello. pleasure indeed to welcome a living legend to my humble establishment. You regale me with a story or two before you journey on, that I might share your tales of glory with those who would follow in your esteemed footsteps. Dude, I love her. She's so good. My voice sounds great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I work hard on it. Where's Alpha? Oh yeah, he stops at the airship landing, huh? Hey there, Alpha. Hello. Former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer. Our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Old Daw whilst the iron is hot? Cool. Yeah, I'm like one level away from being able to... Actually, I wonder if I could complete it with the guild hat. Like, I wonder if I could finish it off and then start doing all of my dailies like that. Not instant queue, that's crazy. You kind of forgot how much XP you got from money before? Are you like sitting head and shoulders above everyone else right now? No insta Q dead game. Yeah. No insta Q for healer. Hello. Then again, it is guild has. I'm not surprised that it's kind of slow. They've got to like pay people an extra EXP to do guild has. Guild has are kind of neat, like in concept. They're just kind of like mini dungeons, you know, like that's kind of cool. But I feel like in execution, being stripped down dungeons just makes them boring. I don't know if that makes sense. No, that does make sense. I'm pretty sure. My work schedule got published. Oh, do I dare? Oh God, let's look. Not that I'm gonna tell you guys when I'm working, but I'm gonna go look real quick while we're waiting. Let's see it. Well, I believe I have more shifts than before, so not a bad thing. Working right now, I have to leave right now. I was actually asked if I could potentially come in today, but I said no. Oh, good lord, I have almost a 7-hour shift. Good lord, dude. At what point can I just be full-time? At what point legally do you get an hour break? It varies a little bit, right? Because I know that, like, as far as, like, dude, why is the queue time taking so long? Your birthday was yesterday? Happy early birthday. Is it 30 minutes? I swear in some places it's, like, legally an hour. But, cause as far as like the area that I'm in, once you're past, I think it's 6 hours, you are legally obligated to take a 30-minute break. Hi, Silver Bell. Welcome. I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up. Legal break requirements. Breaks and meal periods. U.S. Department of Labor. Federal law does not require lunch or coffee breaks. However, when employers do offer short breaks, usually lasting 5 to 20, federal law considers the breaks as compensable work hours that would be included in the sum of hours worked in considering of determining if overtime was worked. Unauthorized extensions of unauthorized work breaks need not be counted as hours. Blah, blah, blah. Meal periods, typically lasting at least 30 minutes, serve a different purpose, and thus are not work time and are not compensable. siesta. You're updating your GPU. Everything will go dark in a sec. Awesome. I gotta check back on Final Fantasy every now and then just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm glad that even when I'm tabbed out, that makes a noise. You're legal now. Start paying taxes. Alright. You know what? I think that the actual kiting is not my job. I'm just gonna make sure that my tank is healed, and I think we'll be good. You're not missing stream this time. Handsome back down. Okay. Do what you must to draw the guild hurdle into this one. Okay, we did it, right? Are we good? Sick. That was really easy. Nice. No level up, but that's fine. You can play the new Forza game? Nice. No one is paying taxes. I didn't level up from that, dude. What did the guild has suck? Whatever. Before I die, I shall relay to you my final fantasy. Did I tell you guys I recently got my hands on a Game Boy Color? Like, like real Game Boy Color. I'm interested in like older technology a lot because I think collecting older technology is neat, especially with how modern technology kind of sucks. As far as like modern consumer technology, so like I have like an authentic Game Boy Color now, which is really cool. And so like I was thinking of like probably collecting like games for it. I have like a list of games that I want. Among them are all of the Pokemon games, which is terribly expensive, so I might honestly go to bootlegs. As long as they can save, I would be okay with a bootleg. I've done some research. I was looking into Pokemon Crystal, because, you know, Pokemon Crystal is like the first one where you can play as a girl, I think? Or was that Yellow? What was the first Pokemon game you could play as a girl? Because in the original Red and Blue, you couldn't, right? Can you do that in Yellow? Yeah, I have a lime green Game Boy Color. Pokemon Yellow female trainer? In Pokemon Yellow, there is no playable female protagonist. Pokemon Red female trainer. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, and in the Green Pokemon Adventures manga. Okay, so Leaf doesn't exist, or Green doesn't exist until Fire Red and Leaf Green. Okay, that makes sense. I know I'm pretty sure Crystal was the first one, right? What was the first Pokemon game you could play as a girl? It was Pokemon Crystal. Yeah, and her name was Chris, which is a very good name for her. Chris is a nice design. Between her and Lyra, I like Lyra better, but Chris is a very nice design. But yeah, Pokemon games now are too expensive for no reason. Yeah, it's definitely like a combination of a lot of desire to play them and then uh people inflating the prices on purpose. Green doesn't exist. Me when I learned Japanese language history. What? But yeah, I want to play Pokemon Crystal most out of like the Game Boy Pokemon games, cause you know, girl, Crystal. Yeah, yeah, cool name. I like it. And then in the Gen 2 remakes, which was actually the first Pokemon game I played, was Soul Silver. She was replaced by Lyra, which is a very cute player trainer. Incredibly cute player trainer. They didn't have a word for green for a long time. That's hilarious. Oh, but before I complete, before I buy Pokemon Crystal, a bootleg Pokemon Crystal cartridge. Okay, I'm buying a bootleg Pokemon Crystal cartridge because the actual Pokemon Crystal cartridges are like $170, I think. I'm pretty sure that like the market price for Crystal, for genuine Crystal cartridges, is $170. But you can find bootleg remakes of it on eBay for like 30. So cool. So I'm just gonna go for one of those probably in due time. Um, they even look the same. Like they're even like shiny and transparent. Like they look the same. And as long as the save battery works, it's like awesome. That's great. But before I do that, I want to complete Pokemon Ultra Moon on my 3DS because I'm almost done, I think. I just beat up Necrozma, which by the way, I think you guys will be very happy to know that I did not get team wiped by Necrozma like most people do. It was close. I almost got team wiped by Necrozma, but even though my team was like 5 levels under him, I did not get fully team wiped by Necrozma, which is very by Ultra Necrozma. Basically, my strategy was I have a Lopunny with baby doll eyes, and I basically and baby doll eyes always goes first. So I threw out baby doll eyes, and then my Lopunny would die, and then I swapped to my starter, which was Primarina, and Primarina can take like one hit from Ultra Necrozma if its attack is down with baby doll eyes. So, you know, I would spend the turn reviving Lopunny, and then it was basically my turn order was like baby doll eyes and then Lopunny dies and then switch Primarina. Oh, I remember what I did. I would use Sing to put Ultra Necrozma to sleep, and then spend the turn reviving Lopunny, and then send Lopunny back out, and then use baby doll eyes again, and then Lopunny would die, and then I would just repeat from there. So Sing and baby doll eyes was my loop to eventually get Necrozma to a point where I could reasonably win. And my Primarina had what Moonlight Beam? What's it called? The one where like you fire a beam, the fairy type move, or you fire a beam from the moon. I forget what it's called, but my Primarina had that move. So I figured Necrozma was a dragon type, and I was right. So eventually that killed Necrozma. It was a close battle. Like Necrozma managed to kill 4 out of 6 members of my team, but I did manage to kill Necrozma. It's not called Moonblast. I don't remember what it's called. And they got Moonlight Greatsword in Pokemon. And I am currently shiny hunting Nihilego. I know that that's really stupid. Like that's stupid, but I am currently attempting to shiny hunt for Nihilego. Because I am in front of the Nihilego spawn. Like, I finally got to the point where I can actually catch Nihilego. Like, I'm not a LARPer anymore, now I'm actually going for Nihilego. And I'm at the point where you encounter Nihilego, so I'm trying to farm for a shiny. And I'm gonna do it a little bit. Like, not for that long. I'm trying not to spend the entirety of my remaining playtime shiny hunting, but I'm gonna shiny hunt for like a little bit, and if I get lucky, I get lucky. What are the raw odds? Is it stupid if you enjoy it? No, I don't think so. Well, yes, it is still stupid, but it's not wasted time is the important part. Ultra Moon shiny odds. 1 in 4096. Okay. Wait, what's a shiny charm? What the heck is a shiny charm? Where do I get that? Oh. Oh my god, you have to complete the full Pokédex? Dude, fuck that. That's crazy. I'm not doing that. But yeah, 4096. Wait, Ultra Warp Ride? How does shiny hunting work in Ultra Wormholes? Save, close, take a step. Save after every few steps until you're one step away. If you end up being in a wormhole with a legendary, save every few steps until you find the spot where the legendaries attack. If you don't get a shiny, soft reset, try again. Regular Pokemon, shininess at the moment you enter. For legendary, shininess is determined at time of encounter. Save and reset. Okay. So, I guess I'm doing it right. Sure it wasn't Moonblast? I don't remember what the moon move was called, but like I fire a beam with the moon. Let's see. Okay. So we're going back to our equipment. We're ranting about like a lot of different things. It's fun though. Whatever the moon-based fairy type moon move is that fires a beam and does damage, it's that one. But yeah, I'm shiny hunting Nihilego. Is it Nihilego or Nihilego? Because the way I interpret the name is it's nihilism combined with the word ego. Nihilego. But Nihilego just rolls off the tongue better for me, so I call it Nihilego. Why am I recruiting this guy? Look, secure the ills of the rum and tire. I can scarce bear a complaint of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Why am I trying to recruit that guy? This guy also doesn't look like a good recruit. Because of private rumors drift down Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved in it. By syndicate money. Are we recruiting? Are we funded by, what is the syndicate? It's one of May's favorite Pokemon for sure. Probably true. But yeah, I do want to play Pokemon Crystal. I think that would be really cool. I have to complete Ultra Moon before I buy it. And maybe Pokemon White, because my copy of Pokemon White is at gym number 8. So like, I'm almost there. And I've just been kind of stalling on that one for a while. And I kind of want to put my save to rest on that one. I don't know what this call is. Dude, this like cannot be a good view. Like there's no way that's like this is a good viewing angle for the Coliseum. Hello. This disaster really got me thinking about our homeland and about the outsiders who saved us from ourselves. Say it will take me to all corners of the realm. Sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. Nice. You can lean your head over. Yeah. It's probably not like terrible, but still, they could have done better with the viewing seats for this. Okay. Put us in the action to get hit by spells. That'd be much more immersive. Yeah, you're right. There's a really, wow, these two are pretty. There's a really nice VR chat world. I forget what it's called. It used to be pretty popular back in the day, but it's like based on Limsa Lominsa. And like, it's just a very, very pretty world that's like heavily inspired by Limsa Lominsa. I gotta do a stream there one day. I think one of my more popular "The Moon is Beautiful Tonight" clips came from that world. I gotta, next time I stream, I gotta show you guys that one. I should do a VR chat stream at some point. Hello. It's been so long since I did these quests that I can't remember who it is. Limsa Lominsa is the one of the big city-states in this game. Rec Room? What about Rec Room? Is it gone yet? Not that I want it to be gone, but what about Rec Room? You know, like what is there to say about it? I'll miss it a little. Rec Room was cool enough that I think it had a place. Unfortunately, it didn't have enough of a place to have staying power. But I do genuinely think that Rec Room was I would say it was fun. I think that Rec Room, like playing Rec Room, was a fun experience. And unlike VR chat, everything is more tailored by actual developers. So like, I think Rec Room was quite a fun game. In June it will be gone. Okay, so I have time, I guess. Rec Room is getting shut down. Are they just going bankrupt? Hi Manya, thank you very much. Good to see you. Let's see. The Rec Room servers will go offline at noon Pacific time, June 1st. Gosh, maybe I should be there for that. I didn't play Rec Room that much, but like, maybe I should be there for that. You never played it? It's like, it's VR chat, but made for kids, basically. Yeah, I am at 7,000, almost 7.3 thousand subscribers. I'm trying to find why it's closing down. They grow so fast. You played it a bit with one of your best friends a long time ago. It was so cool. I genuinely think that Rec Room is like a pretty cool game. It has its problems, but it's cool. Let me see. I'm trying to find out why is Rec Room shutting down. The platform could not achieve sustainable profitability. Okay, yeah. So they expanded too much. Yeah, they expanded too much, and I think from what I'm reading on Reddit, most people saw it coming. They expanded too much, and they didn't have a plan, and then they're shutting down now. Thank you, investors. You can thank investors for this. I think Rec Room would have been sustainable if not for them. But yeah, Rec Room is basically just like VR chat for kids. It's meant to be like a social VR platform. You can play it on PC though without a VR headset, and on your phone actually. How much longer will I be streaming? Probably not that much longer. I would say like an hour more. Maybe. I don't know. I low-key, to an extent, I didn't want to stream today, but mostly I would say that was out of laziness. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I haven't been streaming that much lately. It's partially laziness, but it's also that work is just keeping me busy, which is a good thing, because ultimately I do make more money from work than I do from streaming. Like, I would say, like, the rough hourly pay of streaming is something like $2 to $5 an hour, which is just, like, not profitable. Like, as in, like, assuming that this was, like, a 5-hour part-time job, it would be, like, $2 to $5 an hour, you know? So, like, it's not, right now, it's not sustainable. Like I said, though, my end goal, I've explained this a few times, my end goal with streaming is to make it profitable enough that I can have it as basically a part-time job and like sustain myself on it and other jobs too. That's my end goal with streaming, is to get to that point. And you know, I wouldn't say we're close, but I think we're on track to eventually get there. It's gonna be kind of slow. It's gonna be a slow process, but I do actually genuinely believe that we are on track. It's just since I've been out of streaming so much, I think I'm just like not quite into it right now, you know? Saying like the little money you get from us isn't as good as the company that's giving you over 10 times more. Unthinkable. Unthinkable, yeah. Well, I wish it was 10 times more. Hey, did you guys know, I'm gonna get political a little. Did you guys know that if we wanted our minimum wage to have the same purchasing power as it did in the baby boomer era, our minimum wage would have to be $60 an hour? Think about how much that is. Like, think about like how much you make right now and how much $60 an hour would be. That's how much money they made. Like that, like the parent generation before us, that's how much they made working at like McDonald's. It's no wonder that they were so happy and they're like, oh, pull up your bootstraps and get to work. Like, they don't know that they were making $60 an hour. Minimum. That sounds impossible. Yeah, that's how much they were making, like equivalently. Like in terms of purchasing power, the baby boomers were making $60 an hour minimum wage. Sometimes you need to take a break and that's okay. It's better to enjoy whatever activity you're doing rather than forcing yourself to enjoy doing it. That is true. That is true. Taking a break is important. I'm just worried that the reason I'm not in the mood is because I'm not streaming, and that if I stop now, it's gonna not pick up again. So I'm gonna try to push myself at least a little bit recently. But I might maybe end the stream a little early today just to give myself some time. I will be attempting to stream tomorrow as well. And over the next 3 days, I want to get at least 2 more streams out, basically. So I am planning to kind of front load the streams a little bit over the next few days. So this stream might end early, high key, but there will be more streams coming. So I guess we are kind of in break mode right now. I had fun though. I'll at least complete this quest and rant a little bit. Want to stream pretends you could do it with someone else? It's always better to be with friends. That's true. That's true. I had a friend recently who wanted to stream. She wanted to stream Overwatch of all things. Actually, ending stream on time because you started on time. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. One of your grandfather's biggest regrets is not spending more money on buying land. If you find yourself with more money than knowing what to do. Yeah. When I was a child, I should have been buying houses instead of drinking milk. Overwatch. Well, good luck to them. Yeah, right. And you know, Overwatch is a game that I'm happy to play as long as it's with friends, basically. I'll probably still be streaming for like 20-30 minutes, I would say. Just because I want to like rant. I'm ranting right now. Should be gambling instead of watching Star stream. Yeah. Should have bought houses when I was 7 and sold them when I was 8. You'll never know. You'll never know. But yeah, never forget that if an older person tells you you just need to work harder, tell them that in order for our money to have the equivalent purchasing power that they did, that our minimum wage would have to be $60 an hour. Minimum wage has barely changed over the last few decades, but you know what has changed quite drastically? Housing prices. Housing prices have changed. Let me pull up that chart. Let me pull up the classic chart. Hey Google, pull up a chart of average rent versus minimum wage. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Wait. Where? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Here, it's kind of low quality, but here, look, it's pretty low quality. Where is it? Did it not work? Why didn't it work? What is a JFIF file, dude? No wonder my OBS didn't pull this up. What the fuck is a JFIF, dude? U.S. national median rent versus annual household income. What is a JFIF? Oh, it's TikTok. It's TikTok. It's TikTok. God, I can't find... I'm trying to find like a good chart that's not a JFIF file. Fuck it. I'm just gonna screenshot it for you guys. It's a super low quality image. You guys will have to bear with me. Here. Yeah, that audio is funny. Hi, Shift 11. Here. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. This is the average. It's really low quality. This is the average national median rent in the US versus the annual household income. Look at this chart. Look at it. Look at the chart. This is atrocious. Like this is awful. Look at the fact that we had like a massive bubble pop up there, but it's still just so far above the income line. Like, isn't that crazy? Never forget what they took from us. That's totally healthy and everything is fine. You're right. New stream idea. Yeah. I think that everybody should be shown this chart, actually. Instead of playing video games, you do research and read articles and share them with each other. That, honestly, this has been kind of fun. Maybe we can do that. Italy's rent increased by 300%. Italy's paychecks increased by -2%. Capitalism. I think socialism would be cool. I would think we should try it. I don't think capitalism is working. I think socialism would be cool, you guys. Dude, I hate politics and the fact that I'm forced to be involved with them. Because if not, I will die within 10 years at least. GDP gotta go up. Gotta go up, you guys. We gotta make more profit. Profit over people. Am I right? Am I right, crew? Risk it all on red. So true, yeah. All socialistic movements I've ever heard of ended in disasters. I just think like a little socialism, like a little government control on capitalism would be cool. Like maybe anarchy would be better. I'm not saying that we need to go like full socialist or full communist. It's like the classic like top 10 communist countries that were successful, and then the list just ends like that meme. But like a little bit of like socialism, like a little bit of, hey, stop lobbying. That might be nice. That might be kind of cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah. I think all of the economic systems have been bad so far, but the end result of capitalism is maybe not the worst, but the most explored. And I think that's bad. Toto to Boogie Woogie the graph. Yeah. Like this chart right here is I think the key point of the most major failing of capitalism, in that in the end it ultimately doesn't benefit the people. Socialism, but it's portrayed in Final Fantasy XIV. we had like an arc about people were rioting in Final Fantasy XIV because there was a rich billionaire who was trying to make them fight each other so that he could profit. It's weird that when you make stories about like like evil people, you just start making a leftist woke story. Isn't that weird? It's kind of strange. Surely socialism wasn't sabotaged to hell and back by the USA. Yeah, billionaires shouldn't exist. We should do things to billionaires. Have you guys heard of Luigi from hit game Mario Brothers? I believe we should follow his example. I think that, and you know what? I think that high key, once we start getting to points where people don't have any money to live anymore, that's just going to happen more. So hopefully something comes of that. I think that once you get people who just don't have anything to live for anymore, you're going to get a lot more of that. Let's support Yuna and her socialist movement. I think that the US could use quite a bit of socialism at this point. I think it's not working. The future is not bright. High key, like it's not looking good. We have a president who is being blackmailed by Israel. We have an economy that doesn't care for its people but just cares for the billionaires. We have a government that's low-key just run by billionaires at this point. Anyone know what happened to the 60s with the FBI and CIA and the leftist groups? That was fine, I guess. Dude, the CIA is actually the worst. Anytime that you think the CIA surely wouldn't do that, they would definitely do that. The suburban household movement was an effort to destabilize black communities by the CIA. I remember when I saw a thing that showed how much money a millionaire has versus a billionaire. Yeah, what's the stat? 1,000,000 seconds is 11 minutes, but 1,000,000,000 seconds is 31 years. I believe is the stat. Is that the stat? CIA would do that, yeah. Billionaires should not exist. I think that having $1 billion in US money is a sign that you are hurting other people in an effort to become richer and to hoard more money. And the thing is that it is impossible for you or your family or your next few generations to spend $1 billion on anything, really. On anything reasonable, it's impossible to spend $1 billion. So you are genuinely just hoarding money for no reason. Folks are bad at visualizing that. Yeah, it really is like so much more. A millionaire is closer to being broke than they are to being a billionaire. The difference between 1,000,000 and 1 billion is 1 billion. Like, you know? CIA trying not to break all human rights challenges. Impossible, yeah. CIA definitely wouldn't give us $10 million. Me personally, $10 million. On anything that you're not going so far at. Yeah, unless I'm in a Mr. Beast challenge to spend $1 billion in 1 month. Like, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. Billionaires are a symptom of a failed capitalist economy, I think. I think that once billionaires start to exist, your economic system is no longer working for the people. Is my hot take. No, I don't think that's a hot take right now. I think that once billionaires exist, your system has failed the people. Because no one person should have that much money. And the thing is that, like, I don't think we should demonize millionaires because a lot of millionaires at this point are just like middle class families. Like, that's how bad inflation is right now. A lot of millionaires are just middle class families at this point. Like middle high class families. Your current CIA agent gave you $10 million US now. You'll become a grifter. Let's go. You think I'm gonna get put on a list? Probably, right? I mean, I'm live streaming right now. There's probably like an FBI agent in my chat currently trying to like, yeah, can make 1 million. You take 1 billion AOC. I don't know what that means. AOC? I'm not sure what that means. I was gonna say something. Have you seen that? Maybe I was about to sing the lyrics to this song, but I'm not. But there's like a very politically charged song. I'm gonna. We are the soldiers of the IDF. It's been making the rounds on. I'm gonna look it up in a private browser. It's by like, isn't it by the oh my god. Wait, I can't find the original video. Hello? Wait, I can't find the original video. Oh my god, it's like not getting recommended to me right now. I found it, but like it wasn't getting recommended to me like at all. It's like a really strange animator. What's his name? The Stringini Bros. He made a they didn't delete it, but it looks like they are trying to stop it from reaching people somewhat. It's a song about the IDF by the Stringini Bros. Imagine it's age restricted. Let's see. No, it's not age restricted or anything. They're just hiding it. Stream just suddenly ends. Yeah, guy, dude, I'm surprised that we still have 10 viewers and that like the stream hasn't been blacklisted on YouTube yet. They're just hiding it from me. But yeah, it's just like a political song slash animation about the IDF, and the things that they do. And it's by the Stringini Bros. It is called. The song is called "The Human Shields," which should tell you what it's about, really. Yeah, the U.S. is a mess right now. Capitalism kind of sucks. Uh, we are. I I saw a thing that was like, if you're wondering, like, when boomers are wondering why like Gen Z is so how they are, it's because we just ultimately have no hope for the like. Gen Z is not passionate about the country that they live in, and a lot of like older people are kind of confused at that. But that's because they lived through the era where the U.S. was the best country. Um, and I think that like they lived in a time, and I'm sure it was the best country back then. I based on what I've heard, I wasn't there, but it probably was the best country for a time, and I can see why they would be proud of that. But Gen Z just has not lived through any of that. They gained consciousness in an era where everything was just starting. And we haven't seen any of that. And when older boomers like wonder why we're not passionate about the country that we live in and grateful for the things that we have, it's because we feel that like Gen Z feels that they don't have anything to be grateful for within the country. Like the only thing that we've seen of this country is struggle. We've never seen anything good out of America. We've seen good things. We as a generation, we hear compliments for so many other countries, like, oh, Japan is 30 years ahead of us. Finland is at peace. Like, it's like we hear good things about other countries all the time, but we don't experience anything good about America. So it's like, of course we're not happy to be here. US had a good 30 years where it was pretty good. You weren't there. I wasn't there. I was in a different world. USA now, tariffs and stupid decisions. Yeah. You know, the borderline turning into like 1930s Germany is like not too cool of us. That all of that seems to have cooled down a little bit in exchange for war. you know, give and take. I guess. I don't know. Like I'm glad that the whole like hunting down trans and marginalized people has died down a little, but we've exchanged it for killing children in other countries. May I recommend you two albums you might like and appreciate because of our shared political views? Yes, I don't listen to music that much, so I can't guarantee that I'll appreciate them, but you are free. I think I've talked about this before, but if you follow political things that have happened recently, the One Piece as a series is used a lot. I'm not clipping any of this, by the way. This is all gonna remain between us, you guys. One Piece gets quoted a lot. In my eyes, no country is perfect, but I wish the path changed, and in my eyes, let those old people out. Yeah. Zoran Mamdani is like one of the youngest political figureheads, and he is no surprise that one of the best ones that we have right now. But One Piece is very often used as a political jumping off point, or like people will quote it a lot. And the like, you know, there was that whole, was it in Nepal? Your PC blue screened. I'm telling you, dude, the CIA agents are getting to you. What was the country that got overthrown by a bunch of people who voted on a new ruler within Discord? They flew like the One Piece Jolly Roger when they were doing their overthrowing. Like, One Piece inspires people to overthrow tyrannical governments. And I think that's cool. But it's interesting because I think that the author Oda is like, I would say he is not at all a liberal person. I would even go as far as to say he would, if he lived in America, he would probably be trying to kill trans people. It was Nepal, yeah. I would go as far as to say that were he to be an American-born citizen, he would probably be attempting to kill trans people right now. However, like, you know, the reason I say that is because he is ultimately a person who is very disrespectful to marginalized groups. Mainly women, and to an extent the rest of the LGBTQ. But also people of color. He's pretty disrespectful to. So, like, oh, he also might be a pedophile, but that's the reason that I say he feels like a conservative person. However, I think it's very interesting that when he tries to make a story where the central protagonist craves freedom and there's a political group trying to oppress the freedom of the citizens that it rules, it's weird that like you come up with a story that that liberal people value so much. You know, isn't that strange that when you try to design a story about freedom from oppression, it's like the liberals they tend to agree with it? Isn't that weird, you guys? Conservatives be trying to make stories about like, oh yeah, it's just a little pirate man fighting for freedom. It's like, oh man, awesome political propaganda for us. It writes itself. Yeah, like when you try to write a story about freedom from oppression, it's like you are writing a liberal piece of fiction. Like, that's just, it sort of creates itself. A lot of people don't have the awareness to realize. Elda really wrote WPs. It's so crazy. This is getting a little too political. Can go back to Goffy VTuber Puppy Girl schedule program. Maybe. Rise Against Siren Song of the Counterculture and Endgame. I will write that down somewhere. I'll write it down. It wasn't, you think it was Nepal that did the Jolly Roger thing? Right. It's getting a little too political. I'm very passionate about politics because I think it is more relevant to me. Obviously, as like a transgender person living in America, it's very relevant to me. The reason I talk about it is because I believe that for those who are unwilling to protest, spreading awareness is the next best thing. Like, and, you know, as a person who doesn't want to protest, it's like, I don't blame people who don't want to protest because it is nowadays a quite dangerous thing, despite the amendments that we have that should prevent it from being dangerous. You know, you could lose your job, you could get hurt, you could get arrested, you could lose your life in it. It's dangerous. You'll get hurt probably doing it, you know? And I think that for the people who don't want to protest, spreading political awareness is the next best thing that you can do. If you're not willing to stand beside your oppressed brothers and sisters in the protest lines, I think the next best thing you can do is spread awareness of their cause, is the way that I see it. And that's why I get political more often than I used to. I pitched this channel originally as a place to escape things like politics and to just relax for a little bit, but I think now that it's affecting me personally, I sort of have to get involved. And if I didn't, I would be doing a disservice to myself, really. Like, you know, to the community, but also just to myself, I would be doing a disservice. So at least a little bit, I want to be involved. Those are why you don't want to protest. You also really don't know how to spread awareness. Just like telling your friends, like, hey, did you guys know this is happening? Is enough. Just trying to spread awareness of the bad things happening and trying to get people to do the same is, I think, enough. But like, here, the way I heard a streamer talk about this recently. I can't remember his name, but I saw a clip of it. And he was talking about, like, someone in chat asked him how does he deal with politics in his stream, and he said that ultimately the people who say that they just want to avoid politics and they just want to relax and play their games and not think about it, he said that that is ultimately a privilege of theirs. And that is a privilege that they have and that other people don't. And the least that you can do as a privileged person is acknowledge the suffering that's happening around you. And trying to just ignore it and be like, I play games to relax and not to be political. It's doing a disservice to the people who are genuinely affected by it. That was how he put it. And I find myself agreeing with that. I don't think that you need to be like up in arms necessarily. I'm not up in arms about it, but like acknowledging that bad things are happening to the people you care about and ensuring that you are aware of what's happening is, I think, the next best thing to protesting. You've gone to a protest multiple years ago. It looks bleak in here now, so not much happens. Thank you for remaining true to yourself and saying this stuff. Truthfully, really respect you for it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. PC was loading in chat, so you couldn't write when you screamed media literacy. Yeah, media literacy. One Piece fans don't have media literacy. Everything is a privilege if you think about it hard enough, or want to hate on someone. I mean, you know, I wouldn't call like being black a privilege. You know, like if you want to make that argument, you could make the argument that everyone is also a victim of something. And therefore we should all get along, which is true. We should, you know, we can be chill. Everyone has privileges and things that they don't have. But when someone says that somebody has privilege, they're saying that like there is a group that has a large issue that other people don't, and that they don't know that they don't have, you know? Monkey together strong. Yeah, exactly. When people say like this group is privileged, they are saying that they aren't facing a giant problem that another group is facing, and they don't even know that they aren't facing it. That's a big part of it, is that privileged people usually don't realize that they are privileged. What's the saying? When you are privileged, equality feels like oppression, is I think the saying. That's why you avoid fandoms in general. 90% of the people there write stuff because they can lack a frontal lobe. Reading comprehension devil. Okay. You can ignore everything if you isolate hard enough. That's why I hate people who are like, oh dude, I just don't want to deal with politics. The politics just, it just doesn't, I don't really, I'm not in the mood to deal with politics, so I just ignore it. Like, that pisses me off. Like, I'm right, dude. The worst is when like a friend says it to you, like, oh, and like I respect my friends who are centrists, who want to be centrist. I respect them as people, you know. Like I would never go as far as to be like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because of that. But like, God, it's like I'm right here. I'm right here, and your president wants to kill me. Like, you know. What I think really matters is how you relate to those events around you and how you react to them. You could just go live somewhere in the middle of nowhere and you'll have all the privileges ever, but I think it's way better to face the problem to find it. Yeah, I hate when people say, just move if you don't like America. Like, I'm here. Every country sucks in some way. I'm trying to fix what we have. You know? When people say move, what they're really saying is abandon your country, is what they're telling you to do. That's why I hate, if you hate it here so much, just move as an argument. Also because it's becoming harder and harder to do that. But, you know. To be honest, you need to use commas. That's real. Everyone could use some commas. Commas are good. Yeah, like you could go live in a log cabin cut off from the internet for the rest of your life if you wanted to. But ultimately, I think that like what I'm trying to put it into words, my feelings. Or maybe I'm trying to formulate my feelings at all, you know, but virtual woman on my monitor when the going gets tough 45 ACP. I should really acquire a firearm. I need to get a license for that. It's also that like getting the money to defend yourself is really hard. But I think that marginalized groups should use their Second Amendment, not use, but like you should acquire a firearm if it's within the realm of possibility for you in America. I believe that if you are living in America right now, you should acquire a firearm, especially if you are a marginalized group that is currently being targeted by the administration. That's my hot take. I'm gonna continue with my quest now. She thought I was trying to pick her up. See, guys, we did go for like 20 more minutes. Let me just go talk to Alphino and then I'll probably start wrapping up the stream. Let's own some pew-pews. I agree. Hey, Alphino. How fared you, sir? What hidden gem alert did the streets of Ul'dah have to offer? A single Alamegan youth? You've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Being armed makes people consider doing something against you, but I hate guns. Politically, I think that this country would be better off if guns were banned as a whole. However, the fact that they exist means that the citizens are effectively being put at an arms race against its own government and themselves, which means that we have to compete if we want to live. So you have no doubt surmised the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. I prefer not to rely on outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. We will earn people's trust one success at a time. Cool. Spider Noir ads. Spider Noir. Like a necessary evil. Yeah, in the country that has been made, I think it is a necessary evil. Bows and swords are different, I think. The reason I don't like guns politically is because it makes it, like, cripplingly easy to kill someone, to kill another human being. But swords and even bows, to a lesser extent, make it way more difficult to do that on an emotional and physical level.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alphino's bold endeavor?
Tiny ass Lalafell. She's a ruler, I
it is
should
more
say
than
that.
bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together.
Everyone should walk around gloved so they can take it off and challenge people to a duel. Yeah. I think politicians should have to fight in the wars that they start. Your father is disliked the idea of banning guns as his own country bans them, making it a corrupt country, and no way of defending themselves. It's bad, but guns are needed for many rights. We just need better security. But like, the thing is that like, in a good country that is running well, you don't need a violent uprising to make change. But ideally, in an ideal situation, the change comes from like the people speaking to their governed offices and writing letters, and you know, like it comes from the people taking action and not violent action. In a situation that America is in, I think that violent uprising is I think that we are at a position where it's either violent uprising or we just get oppressed for the rest of our lives. So like in a situation like this, yeah, guns are necessary, but you know, we're only in this situation because our country is so fucking stupid. Like, I think in a good country, guns aren't necessary. You're too tired to change your views right now. Americans are cooked? Yeah, they are. But I agree with you, Kevin Power, that at the very least, better gun control would be really helpful. You know, it's like, we are the only country that school shootings happen in. Like, let's get for real. We are the only place ever that school shooting. What's that one Onion article that they keep repeating every time there's a school shooting? Nothing could be done about this. Resident of the only place that this happens in, you know? Like, we are the only country that struggles with this problem. And coincidentally, we're the only country without strong gun control. Well, not the only one, but like one of the only ones. Born just in time to watch the Second American Civil War from hopefully a safe distance. I pray for your safety, unit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity.
What is duplicity? I learn new words every day that I play this game.
I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong.
That's kind of what I'm worried about with this whole thing. I'm worried about, like, corruption, and then we just become our own military force and start taking over countries.
A significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate, that those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army.
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements,
I'll tell you,
I
basically
deem it
lying.
unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
It's neat that just the presence of my character is enough to put Raban on our side. That's neat.
Yes, there is that, I suppose.
She's like, oh shit, you're right. Dude, did you see her? Like, she thought about it for a sec. She was like, ah shit, you're right. All the old people should go out, yeah.
To change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
Who is Telechi again? Dude, I forget.
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime.
Oh, right. You see the guy trying to awaken.
To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
Dude, she's pissed.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
We should just kill that guy. In Old Dog. Dude, In Old Dog can become the new In Minecraft. This is really cute, but isn't she like the queen of a country or something? How old is she? I don't know how to tell the age of Lalafels.
Have faith, your grace. It is not over.
Is it not unbecoming of the ruler of a country to hug her main general and start crying? Politics in my Final Fantasy? No way. No way. Eat the rich in Ul'dah. That's what I'm saying. Eat the rich in Ul'dah. I've actually typed that exact message before. I've made this exact joke with my friends. Eat the rich in Ul'dah. Basically, her dad cut her some slack. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, fine, fine. Okay. So I think I'll start wrapping things up now. I had a good stream today. It was an interesting one. We delved into a lot of topics. Saw her eyes start shining about the ship laser eyes. She's gonna go kill the guy with her laser eyes. Now I can smuggle you into Italy. Maybe. I think ultimately I know that this is gonna sound silly to a lot of you guys, but ultimately if I could do anything in terms of moving, I would move to probably Japan and work as a VTuber full time. That's like my dream position to be in, basically. Is to live in Japan and just work as a VTuber. Because I know the working culture sucks ass in Japan. So like if I could work and like if I could be self-employed in Japan, that would probably be like ideal for me. And before you guys say that I'm just being a weeb, you should know that I'm half Japanese. Like I swear to God, I'm not just being a weeb. It's partially that, but I'm not just being a weeb. Japan is a tourist trap. I've been there a few times now. 3 times total, I think, but one of them I don't have much memory of. I've been there like twice that I can remember at least. It's really nice. And also, like, oh. Wow, that's a nice number actually. Wait, $50, 11.11%. Thank you, Zoe, for the $8. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Reddit mod and yukata.jpg. That guy is awesome. I love that picture. Working conditions in Japan. Yeah, I've heard that too. The working conditions are really bad. That's fine, but for you, rather stay in the US. It's your only home that you felt joy, and going to Europe is not gonna lie, I would rather not go there. I would go to Europe for the trip, yeah, but I wouldn't like live there. This is super chat 1. What is this, like the first one? Don't donate anymore. You've already donated a lot. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. I really do. I haven't chilled at all this stream. But yeah, I just think that I understand where you're coming from, Kevin Power, but for me, it's just like, as an adult living in the US, I have never felt a single moment of, wow, this country is awesome. You know? Like, there's not a single moment where I've gone like, this country, the US is awesome. I'll be here the rest of my life. You know? I believe that in its current state, the US is failing its citizens and has been for a long time. Which is why if possible, I'd like to be somewhere else, but I know it's kind of not super feasible. You need to live in the hottest place in Europe or you might freeze to death. Paying off due to the free nya. Well, thank you. Anyways, I think it is about time that I head out. But I do hope that you all enjoyed the stream. Next stream will be maybe tomorrow. I do have, like I said, I have work for the weekend, but I should still have time to do at least a short stream. And Monday is Memorial Day, so I'll be free, so I'll be able to stream. I'm gonna head out, but I do hope that you all enjoyed watching. I'm not sure what the next stream will be or when it'll be, but I do want to do, it might be a VR chat stream. Honestly, it's been a long time since I did one, like a members only VR chat stream. So I'll maybe see you guys then for a VR chat stream. Maybe. I'm not fully decided yet, but we'll see. I'll see you guys later. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. See you guys next stream. Bye bye. See you guys later. Sayonara.